AITA for telling my husband to have his therapy session somewhere else? Me, F34, and my husband, M33, live in a 2-bedr apartment. He started recently attending online therapy. Reasons? No reason in particular. No losing family member. No recent traumas or accidents. He just says he feels too overwhelmed with work. He works a demanding job, but I won't mention it because I don't want him to be judged for it. He wanted to let off some steam and attend therapy. I 100% encouraged him and said, go for it. However, these therapy sessions have been happening for a period of 3 months. And he'd have 2 sessions in just one day. He says he found another therapist, which is illogical to me, but anyway. He'd stay in the bedroom for hours on end, preventing me from coming in. I'm talking 3 to 4 hours a day, and whenever I walk into the bedroom, which was only twice, the laptop gets slammed shut and my husband would just stare at me confused. I pointed out how rude it was to do this to his therapist. And he aggressively replied that what's really rude is the way I barge in while he's trying to have his therapy session. He told me if I walk in one more time he will take matters into his own hands. Yesterday I had an emergency and had to get inside the bedroom to get my pad pack, which I keep in my closet. I kept knocking but he didn't answer, so I walk in quietly, but he immediately shuts his laptop and looks enraged, then says, "Oh, so we doing this? Okay." Then he gets off his chair and starts lashing out, saying, "I'm struggling here and you don't even pretend to give a shit anymore. It's called privacy and you should respect that. Now get out." Quote. I get out and he locks the door. I was fuming at this point but managed to get my pad before he kicked me out. Out of respect, I waited till his session was over and started arguing with him about how utterly bad it was of him to lock me out of the room that's supposed to be a shared space between us. He said he had to lock me out because of my barging, snooping, and continuous disrespect of his privacy. I straight up said he needed to start having his therapy sessions somewhere else, since it's not okay for him to keep the bedroom busy for 4 hours. That's just too much. He said I could go in and take whatever I need before he locks the door, but I won't take all my stuff out. That is not logical to me. I told him he could take his laptop and really go anywhere else, whether in the apartment, coffee shop, car, or even the parking lot. He shamed me and said this is his apartment too, and that I was being negative and disrespectful instead of supportive and understanding of his situation. We've been arguing about it for hours till now. Now I'm leaving this to you. Am I wrong for asking him that? Edit hash. 1. I'd like to clarify that it's not every day but multiple days a week. And 2. Some of you here guessed what his work is, and I agree that he could use some therapy, and I supported him when he first started and also suggested the other rooms, since he's a very private person and has issues opening up about whatever struggle he's dealing with. Still, he thinks I'm not helping and causing him more stress and anxiety. I've been in therapy on and off my entire life. Sessions are typically between 45 minutes to 1 hour. Something strange is going on here. NTA. But I'd have some questions if I were you. NTA. He's not doing actual therapy for 4 hours. He's slamming the laptop shut and yelling at you because he's doing shit he shouldn't be. That's why he can't do it anywhere else. Info. Do you have any good reason to believe that these are actually therapy sessions? I have been in therapy for over a decade. I've gone through some serious stuff. Trauma. And there's no way I could have talked to my wonderful therapist for 4 hours. And if my significant other walked in, we would just stop talking until they got what they needed. Do you realize what 4-hour sessions would cost? That often? Insurance would never ever pay for that. I have great insurance and I'm only covered so many 1-hour appointments per year. After that, I pay for them. This isn't therapy. I can't even come up with a scenario where this could logically be therapy. Not real with a real therapist, psychologist. If my therapist saw me act that way, she wouldn't talk about anything else until we covered what caused me to act so inappropriately. Because real therapists will nicely call you out on your bullshit. I'm suspecting porn, OnlyFans type situation or talking to another woman. Hell, someone could have advertised they were a therapist when they actually weren't, and got him sucked into something inappropriate. The internet is a weird place, especially since most therapists are over video now because of everything going on. I would look into credit card bills, bank statements, etc. 1. This isn't right in any way and you shouldn't put up with it. 2. It's not therapy or real, true therapy with someone who got a degree to help people. Info. Are you saying your husband has 3 to 4 hour therapy sessions with multiple therapists daily? Or is it just once a week or so? Therapist sessions are 50 minutes to 1 hour in length and I've never found a therapist who does more than weekly sessions. Believe me, I've tried. Something else is going on here. Emo. 3 to 4 hours a day would mean he would have 15 to 20 diff therapists. I'm not buying it. Me, F34, and my husband, M33, live in a 2-bedr apartment. Sessions have been happening for a period of 3 months. And he'd have 2 sessions in just one day. He'd stay in the bedroom for hours on end, preventing me from coming in. I'm talking 3 to 4 hours a day. It's unreasonable that a grown adult not in extreme crisis needs that much therapy time. Especially if he's not shared the nature of the crisis with his wife. NTA. If therapy regularly takes more than 1 hour, he should do therapy in the other bedroom. If that is currently being used as an office, then a schedule and a way to contact him should you need something from the office should be discussed. Location flag. Also, the closing the laptop is a huge red flag. He could simply state, "Just a moment, my wife walked in," and pause the therapy. Closing the laptop makes me suspicious that this is real therapy and not something else. Location flag. Hi, therapist here. It is absolutely not normal to have 3 to 4 hours of session a day. No therapist would allow that. You need time to process what you talked about. Time to think. Time to prepare for a next session. Time to not think about anything between sessions. A normal rate would be 1 hour each week. I see 3 possibilities. He either is getting ripped off by someone. He is in some kind of group sessions where he has to be online several hours a day, which normally is only for people on the brink of a residential admission. Or he is lying to you and doing something else on the computer. Either way, how is he affording this? One session could cost between 50 to 100 euros an hour. I would advise you to talk to him. What is he doing all these hours? Is there maybe a part of it he can do outside of the bedroom? I suspect there is more to this than meets the eye. NTA. This isn't therapy. Therapy lasts for 50 minutes or so, usually at a time. It can be exhausting for both parties. And while it's important to be supportive, no therapist would require him to keep you essentially out of your home in this way. I take it he's law enforcement. Absolutely support therapy. But not at this cost. Who pays for the therapy? Can you discreetly check to see what's going on? Though to be honest, the threats, the explosions, I'm more worried about if you feel safe. And whether you guys should be together right now while you are going through this. There is no such thing as a 4-hour remote therapy session. He's doing something he doesn't want you to see. NTA. NTA. Start checking credit card, bank statements. You need to see where to money is going. There is no way those are therapy sessions. NTA. NTA, but 3 to 4 hour sessions? Daily? Location flag? I really do not understand why he would need to close the laptop. Sure, I can understand he may stop talking. But at most you should just see a person. Dressed professionally. Sitting at a desk. Also the fact that he has therapy with multiple therapists. And multiple days a week. I can't picture most therapists even being willing to do that. As your husband would never really get a chance to apply any recommendations. Or have anything new to talk about. I would guess he is doing something different. Therapy? Or porn? I would have some questions. 2. Maybe you should be introduced to his online therapists. NTA. I don't believe for a second that this is therapy. He's addicted to porn or video chatting another woman. NTA. NTA. He probably doesn't want you coming in to interrupt his session with his webcam girls. Run for the hills. Location flag. Location flag. Location flag. NTA. He's up to something else in there. And if his job is so demanding, how does he have so much time for therapy? Info. There's 2 bedrooms, right? Have you suggested to him to have his sessions in the other bedroom? I have never commented before. But I feel compelled to provide some insight. I am a therapist and I see people both in person and online. I have never heard of sessions like this. Insurance only allows you to see a client for up to 60 minutes, and seeing a client more than once per week is reserved for high-risk clients that are in crisis. So at max I've seen some clients for a total of 2 hours per week. Is he using insurance or paying cash for sessions? Look at the bank statements. I am 100% certain he is not doing therapy. At least not with any licensed therapist. Also, I've never had any issue with a family member walking into a room and pausing the discussion for a moment. His reaction is suspicious. NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.